What's up, guys? Wes the People's Pitmaster back again for another episode of the Smoke Ring Syndicate. It's my weekly barbecue podcast that drops every Wednesday at 5:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. This week we're headed to Texas. We've got Bill DeMoss in the house, aka Sausage Sensei. Sensei, can you hear me?
I got you.
Fantastic. So the Sausage Sensei, Bill Jamas out of Texas. We've had him on the show once before,
Hmm.
and we kind of went through a little bit of your background. But just for the folks that haven't and don't know who the Sausage Sensei is, give them just kind of a brief overview of who you are, and we'll get into the new business.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, so I am the sausage sensei. That's what I do, just as the word implies. So I make sausage, and we do it artisanally with a healthy dose of respect to Central Texas sausage and the cultural food history of what sausage is. But basically speaking, I make sausage. Right now, I'm based out of Seguin, which is pretty exciting. Prior, I was at Brotherton's Black Iron Barbecue for about 4 years before scooting out in this direction. Nonetheless, I make sausage. I teach sausage making classes as well as consultation services worldwide and press the envelope of what the humble sausage can be. So, in other words, make things a little bit exciting and push the envelope of what sausage can be, turn it on its ear. Things like peach cobbler sausage, chocolate pecan pie sausage, what else? Reuben sandwich sausage, salchicha de chiquitana, feijoada sausage, you name it. We like to push the envelope. I consider it as art. And if you think of food as art, then what is the definition of art? Art is specifically its purpose is to cause people to stop and consider. And that's what we like to do.
Absolutely. You guys probably saw some of his viral sausage a couple of years ago, the Thanksgiving sausage. That's kind of where I got my start following the sensei a couple of years ago. Whenever I saw the invention of the Thanksgiving dinner sausage, so
Mhm.
he's done some wild and crazy stuff. Um,
Yeah.
some stuff that definitely makes you go, would that work?
Oh,
But
it a hundred
turns
percent
out it
works. Yeah.
does.
Yeah. The
Turns out
Thanksgiving.
it does.
Yeah, the Thanksgiving dinner sausage was fortunate to get that rascal picked up nationally on the Today Show. But yeah,
Yeah,
it's every element of a Thanksgiving dinner within a tube, aka hog gut. Our
yeah,
intestines. That sounds great, doesn't it? But no, it's
absolutely.
dark meat turkey with cranberries, cornbread dressing, buttered sautéed onions, and celery and the like. It's Thanksgiving dinner in a tube.
Yeah, I think it works.
It does.
I think it works. So we got you back on the show live and in person, and it looks like you may have a shadow there with you.
I do.
Um,
I'm going to put out a restraining order.
so we've got your shadow here, Cliff. Go ahead and introduce yourself and just kind of
Yeah,
give us a background on
right.
who you are.
Yeah, I'm Cliff Schultz. Been in the restaurant business nearly all my life. My dad actually started out in 1964,
Hmm.
so 60 years worth of restaurant. And on the barbecue side, we've been in the barbecue business 33 years, going on 34 in September.
Okay.
Now, the new place right here in Seguin that we opened was a year old in January,
Uh-huh.
so this is a new spot for us.
Okay.
Good
So
craft
this
barbecue and great sausage by Bill.
okay. So you've got your own spot and you've got a new partner, or what's the relationship here?
Bill actually come in. Today's the first day with us, day number one, and we're
Okay.
so lucky to have him.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, yeah, they have the restaurant here, Schultz Pit Room, right here in Seguin. right off of
Yeah.
123, just this side of Interstate 10. But the original restaurant is in Rosenberg, the
Right.
family's restaurant. How many years now?
It'd be 34 this coming September.
Yeah, 30. Yeah, 34. But Kayla and Robert were they came to one of my sausage classes roughly about a little over a year ago, I guess you might say, at Brotherton's Black Iron. And Robert's been doing a fantastic job making sausages up here for the restaurant. So, yeah, as you mentioned, this is day one here, getting the feet up underneath me and getting the production organized. And off we go. So we're going to be making, golly, I think probably
All
200,
kinds.
240 pounds of sausage today, I believe, and getting things prepped out. So today it's all about getting organized and getting things, the production cycle began for the week. So,
Yeah.
but the goal is to do a lot of really interesting things, much as I did at Brotherton's, but expand it.
Hmm. So I didn't know we were getting in on the ground floor that this is day one,
Yep.
your first day at your new spot.
Yep.
Um, so kind of
We're
fitting that
we're
we get to
excited.
sit down. Absolutely, as you should be. And now I've got to get out to Seguin for more than a couple of reasons now.
Yeah, make Seguin a destination spot,
Right.
right? A hundred
Yeah,
percent.
yeah. Well, I mean, everything else that's going on there, and you guys, and now sausage. It's definitely high up on the list.
Yeah, but what we want to do basically, as I mentioned, is to expand the product line.
Hmm.
Yes, make the daily sausages that are available in house by the line or through catering, but through restaurant. Yes, that would be the mild and the
Hmm.
jalapeno cheese, which are daily offerings, but also to expand on that. So
Hmm.
different specialty sausages, because we kind of lightly talked about. And then moving on down the line, now we're talking about beef jerky, snack sticks, frankfurters, pastrami's, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, and really
Hmm.
expand that product line while still making things that are innovative and creative.
Yeah.
That's the goal.
Okay. And is that going to be under the Schultz name, or is that going to be a hyphen thing, or what's the plans?
Well, I kind of look at that, kind of has with under the same umbrella as what we were doing at Brotherton's
Okay.
Black Iron.
Yeah.
So if you kind of think of it within that same paradigm, then you're right in the pocket where you need to be. So,
Yeah.
yep,
Absolutely.
everything's going to be produced and made here under roof, under house. So,
Yeah.
yep, that's what we're going to do. But as I mentioned, we're going to expand that product line. So that's that. We plan to take over the sausage universe.
Eventually, we'd like to get into some grocery stores.
Wholesale
Okay.
retail would be absolutely. And speaking of which, I had people hit me up yesterday. I hadn't
All
told you
right.
about that
No, you
yet.
haven't.
Surprise!
All right.
Surprise! People have already been hitting me up. So that's always
Yeah.
something. Even when I was with John, people would inquire: A, do you ship? B,
Hmm.
where can I get it? How
Right.
can I get it? And do you co-pack? And will you make it for me? So,
Yeah.
and to that point, I've actually had people yesterday, once the word was out on the street, and I haven't really put it out there publicly yet.
Yeah.
Well, I did. I made a Facebook post today, and then also this right here versus, however they want to promote it as well. But the thing about it is I've already had folks where the word has kind of leaked out and got on the street, and so I've had people hit me up yesterday. Hey, can you make X, Y, or Z for my facility or for my restaurant or yada yada? I'm like, well, we can talk about that on down the line, but that requires a few more organizational pieces in which to get that figured out. But that's
Yeah.
definitely on
Right.
on the list.
For sure. For sure. For sure. So it's going to be a full service restaurant, and then as we're going and growing, we're going to get into the co-pack and going to be the artisanal sausage of the world.
Hmm.
The new Johnsonville's move over.
Yeah.
pretend sausage.
Yeah, 100%. But the key is finding good partners,
Hmm.
that have the same mindset
Right.
and the same buy-in and the same
Yeah,
vision. And oftentimes in business applications, that seems to be the largest challenge.
yeah,
Well, I was lucky enough to find a really good partner with John Brotherton, of course, and now here we are again. So
Right.
this is a good thing. So shared
yeah.
goals and shared yeah, it's basically what it is. It's basically shared goals.
Okay.
We're even talking
So
about doing some breakfast tacos with sausage,
Oh yeah,
sounds
hundred
good to
percent.
me.
with the chorizo on that.
Yeah, Spanish, good
Yeah.
Mexican chorizo.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
Sounds good to me. What time's breakfast?
It'd be ready in about 10 minutes.
yeah. There you go.
I don't, I don't know if my commute. I don't know if I'll make it quite in time. Just put it in the warmer, and I'll be by shortly.
Right. So yeah, as I mentioned, today's day one, and onward we upward we go.
You bet.
Yeah.
And then of course the classes we'll keep doing that, and there's a bunch of other stuff on down the line too, uh, in respect to festivals. And man, yeah, if I told you what my schedule
Oh,
looked like, it would make your head spin. It's busy.
Yeah. Well, let's spin around just a little bit. I know you said the Interstellar. You just did that a couple of days ago,
Yep.
and you're headed out to hang out with Willie Nelson and feed him and his crew. Yes, or
Yeah, well, I don't know if that's actually going to come into fruition. I was going to
okay.
kind of do that under the umbrella of Tate Farms. That's Evan and Melissa Tate, who go
Yeah,
out there to Luck Reunion religiously. But I'm not sure that the time is going to allow for that. I talked to
only
Evan.
child.
Yes, yeah, I talked to Evan yesterday at length, and I think they've got it pretty well handled. My initial
Yeah,
focus, or my main focus right now, obviously, is to get this
get your
organized and get
legs.
moving. So that's my main focus currently. But yeah, I was at Interstellar along with Kyle Stallings from Rolling Smoke.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
of course, the wonderful John Bates and his crew. So it was their 5 year anniversary. John and Leslie Bates, they love tiki, man. They love tiki, as do
Yeah.
I. So it was the
Yeah.
5 year anniversary party for them, as well as a tiki. And they brought
Hmm.
in the acclaimed Tiki Tatsuya to curate cocktails. And then they brought in the DJ from the Golden Tiki in Las Vegas, and he was spinning tunes. And then we had a
Hmm.
complete tiki barbecue inspired menu. It was pretty wild and pretty exceptional, actually. I was
Yeah.
proud to play a part in that. They're good people, man. They run a good operation up there.
Yeah. So it looked quite delicious. That's what all I was worried about, whether or not it was delicious.
Yeah, it was awesome. Kyle Stallings, he made a Jamaican jerk pork shank.
Hmm.
Uh, War Dog Warren from Interstellar, he made the General Sue's pork ribs. Interstellar had a whole line of curated and composed dishes, to support the tiki menu. It was amazing. And then I had two sausages, which was the chicken Penang curry sausage with a
Hmm.
Malaysian peanut sauce, and then a Malaysian wedding sausage, which used the base of Malaysian coconut rice,
Hmm.
uh, and a lot of other nice, really good ingredients such as lemongrass, galangal, ginger, turmeric, candied anchovies for umami, smoked brisket. Wow, that was all in there. And then that was served with a coconut curry sauce. Uh, yeah, so that's what we served in Interstellar.
Nice.
Yeah, it,
Nice.
it was awesome.
So you've gotten so the new spot, Schultz. You
Hmm.
have a sausage. You have a sausage program in place now. Um,
Hmm.
hmm
we're just
Hmm.
kind of taking that over and kind of spinning it a little bit, or is it going to
Gonna
be kind
gonna
of
add gonna add quite a bit to it.
Yeah. Yeah, we're going to add quite a bit to it to expand the product line and increase production. First off, increase production,
hmm
make everything exceptional, and then gradually starting increasing the product line with views of wholesale, retail, co-packing on down the line. But first things
Okay.
first, under house. But then of course the individual sausage classes, as gracious as you are, to allow that to continue, as well as things off site. And the
Hmm.
off site stuff is, dude, I got so much stuff going on.
Yeah. Well, that's what I was kind of curious with the new spot if if you still had enough time to tour the world and teach the world how to sausage.
Yeah, well, with proper, well, several things. We were able to do that at Brotherton's for the following reasons. You train good staff, and you
Hmm.
empower them and give them the tools, right, to succeed, and keep making the product exceptionally. So if you do that proper training, then you really don't have to worry about it at all. When I was at Brotherton's, we had a girl there that I trained up, and I called her La Patrona. She was excellent, and I could, I didn't really have to be there if I didn't have to. She was that good. So
Yeah.
with any application, with any business, you have to have really good people, a level of trust and a level of buy-in, and a lot of good training, and you're there.
Yeah.
That should never change.
Yeah. So you build a whole new team and
Mhm.
continue spreading the gospel of sausage. Yes.
Yeah, 100%. We've got a bunch of stuff that's happening. I think I have another class with Harry Sue in Diamond Bar, California,
Hmm.
April 14. Yeah. So I got a class April 14 with Harry Sue in Diamond Bar, California. I have a class with Tuppy Stone and Harry Sue at Weber headquarters in Chicago, the Weber headquarters in Chicago, April 1920. I have a sausage class at Chicago Culinary Kitchen. That's Greg and his wonderful crew up there at Chicago Culinary Kitchen. Amazing place. April 22nd. Later on down the line, further in the summer, September 14th, there is Sizzle Fest UK. I'll be one of the folks there demoing sausages there in Southampton, England. And the
Yeah.
list goes on.
Neat.
So so not planning to slow down at all then.
No, you don't slow down. To coin the Neil Young song, you know Neil Young, right?
Mhm.
Well, rust never sleeps. There you go.
There you go. So new developments with the Sausage Sensei
Mm-hmm.
relocation to Seguin,
Seguin,
Texas.
Seguin.
Seguin. I'm not a local. Seguin, Texas. So the new spot for the Sausage Sensei is the spot that Cliff's been in for a number of years. Um,
Well,
how?
actually, this restaurant's been
One
here
year.
1 year. Uh, the
Okay,
original OG restaurant, the family restaurant, how?
34
30.
years in September.
Yeah,
Okay, so I,
but
I, I put the 33 on the other and the other on the
yeah,
33.
Right.
So
the main restaurant's in Rosenberg.
Right.
Yeah.
okay, so the Rosenberg location is still operational. The
Right.
Seguin spot is new, up and coming, and we're going to we're getting thumbs up in the background, and we're going to bring a new sausage sensei sensational flavor to the new spot.
Yeah,
Now,
we're excited about it.
so with the other spot being open for 33 years, and they associate obviously they associate you guys being one and the same. Are you guys transferring the sausage that was made in the original spot to this spot, or is it a whole new?
This is a whole
Is it a
new. This is a whole new deal that we're doing here.
Okay.
because
So it's
here we're strictly craft.
okay.
hmm And yeah,
So
as
this.
I mentioned, Kayla and Robert took the sausage class from me last year, and
Hmm.
Robert's done an excellent job of,
Good guy,
yeah, 100%.
but he learned from the best.
Yeah.
But he's also a Marine Corps brother, so there's that. Marines stick
Yeah.
together. So, but no, Robert and the crew back there are doing an excellent job. We're just going to put the exclamation point on everything, meaning to
Hmm.
say. And speaking of the restaurant itself, this place is built for speed, man. You need to come and
Yeah.
visit because this guy right here has got a good mind for business and thinking ahead and a good vision. I'll tell you what, the restaurant itself is very nice. It's beautiful. There's a full
Hmm.
bar here, a large
Hmm.
outdoor dining area. The dining room is large and spacious, and it looks phenomenal. And then the back area where I'm at, the production area, oh
Hmm.
my goodness, there, that's like what I wanted, for about
Yeah.
4 or 5 years now. So
Well, he's
I'm
got it now.
happy. I'm happy, man. And the amount of
Yeah.
equipment back there is great. I mean, what? How many pits?
We got four. We got two 1,000-gallon barrel pits, and then I have two big rotisserie pits.
Yeah,
Okay.
but one of the 1,000s at the M&M, right?
Right, and the other one is a Malberg.
Correct. And then these two guys in the under roof
They're
are
M&M.
they're M&M. Oh, and that's another good thing. How long have you known those guys?
Oh, Mike with M&M. I've known
Hmm.
him since he was a kid. Used to tell along with his dad. When his dad worked
Yeah.
for J&R years ago.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
that goes back a long time.
Yeah. For
Hmm
sure.
Mike had
For
that
sure.
idea of wanting to get in the pit business, and I told him, I said, man, you need to jump off in it and do it. And he did it, and he's big
Yeah.
now.
Yeah. He's making some really good sized pits, and like it looks like on the commercial side is alive and well. I've got a feeler out with him, and I'm hoping to have him on the show in the next couple of weeks to months.
Oh, he's a
So
great guy.
so with the new digs, Bill, what kind of you said you guys are making 200 and something pounds today. What do you think your capacity will be, or is there a capacity that's in your mind for that space that you're in now?
Well, the process takes 3 days, right? It takes 3 days to make one sausage or 3,000 pounds. It doesn't matter. It's a 3 day process. So
Hmm.
if you think about that, plus think about keeping on top of your raw trim and keeping it processed in a timely fashion. Basically, what that means is we really need to keep about 3 days worth of inventory on hand minimally across the
Hmm.
product line uh, for service in the restaurant. That way you don't run out.
In catering.
And catering, don't leave that out. And they do a phenomenal job with catering here too, and quite a bit of it. We were just talking this morning, and I think right now where we need to sit just to kind of be even would be about 300 pounds, but that's on the low end.
Hmm.
I kind of that kind of makes me a little bit nervous. I kind of want to make a little bit more, and then have it on hand. But you're also kind of balancing that off of your availability of both raw trim and
Hmm.
meaning the trim that comes from the briskets, because the average
Yeah.
loss on every brisket is about 2 to 3 pounds at trim. And since we're chasing pennies in a barbecue restaurant, we need to remain financially viable, and that means
Yeah.
using every scrap. And sausage
Yeah.
is the vehicle of economy. Let's face it. So
Yeah.
we're going to stay on any correct operation should stay on top of their raw inventory and use every scrap, and that goes towards sausage, which is financially very nice
Hmm.
in respect to food cost. So to answer your question, minimally speaking, about 300 pounds, but up from there. And if you're a
Yeah.
little heavy, then obviously you can take some of that raw trim and move it towards other products, i.e., specialty sausages and the like. So
Hmm.
it's a constant wheel, and it's a constant balancing act that just keeps rolling.
Then the boudin.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
there's that too. Yeah, of course. Down in the Rosenberg area, Southeast Texas, right? That's boudin capital, right?
Right.
So
Yeah.
brisket boudin is one of my favorite things to make. Yeah, and we're gonna roll with that too. So there's a
Yeah.
lot of different product lines we've already discussed, and it's just
It's gonna be fun.
yeah, 100%.
Then
Yeah.
we're gonna put a freezer up front and also vacuum pack and sell to the customers.
Okay.
Hmm.
So we'll get a little taste of the retail space there,
Hmm.
um,
Right.
from jump. I feel like I'm holding you guys back.
Oh no, no, no.
Uh,
Yeah, and it was like, oh yeah, you're right. See you later. No,
yeah.
let's get rid of
That's
this guy.
like
I've had enough of his crap. No,
so
it
much
ain't like
so much for closing the show out. I guess I'm gonna do that by myself.
yeah, no, no, no. We won't leave you hanging like that. I
No,
apologize. I just
It's
these
no
things
problem.
happen.
No
But
problem. It's just part of technology.
yes, sir.
absolutely.
But
So
anyway,
anything else new on the books that we need to touch on?
well, this is kind of like the biggest thing right here because this is actually a lot going on right
Yeah,
now. It
absolutely.
truly is. With this year has been really interesting. And now we got to move forward and pick up the pieces from John's passing, and then and move forward and move ahead. And actually, I think he would have it that way. To be honest with you.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and you left Brotherton's with fully trained Padawans to coin Harry Sue.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, they still have a really good crew intact up there, and Bobby Holly. Let's give out a shout to Bobby Holly. So Bobby Holly and D, those two gentlemen are the backbone of the back of the house there.
mhm,
Uh, I guess Bobby has been with John Brotherton beginning over at Liberty and then over at Brotherton's Black Iron for about 5 years. So
mhm,
yeah, he knows what he's doing, and he's got a good head on his shoulders, and he's very capable. And then there's D. I guess D's been there every bit of about at least 3 years. Went to culinary school, well versed, another good gentleman with a good head on his shoulders. But between the two of them, they've got it. They're good people. And then the back of the house folks with Danny and Cheesy and Ashley and Hillary and everybody else, they're in good shape.
yeah, for sure. So you're building a whole new sausage program,
Hmm.
and we've got the retail stuff coming, and we've
Hmm.
got the continuation of the classes.
Yes.
Um, whole new menu, or just supplementing the menu.
Well, they have two sausages daily that they do here for the restaurant. So that continues. What we're going to do basically is to add on to the product line. Uh,
Okay.
I'm the kind of person that's never quite satisfied, so I'm always trying to fine tune things, right?
Yeah.
So we're going to continue that quest, keep fine tuning and making things better every day. That's the goal.
Hmm.
And quite frankly, expanding the product line. So
Yeah.
specialty sausages, of course, as I mentioned before, beef jerky, snack sticks, you name it. So we want to really expand. And these
Yeah.
are, quite frankly, these are things that I wanted to do for several years now. And this just gives me a good opportunity and an avenue to make that happen.
Yeah. For sure. For sure. And you guys have got a fresh, shiny new spot to do it. They're
Hmm.
in Seguin,
Seguin.
Texas.
Seguin.
Seguin. Look, I'm going to pronounce it how I'm going to pronounce it. Okay.
Sure, sure.
Seguin, Texas. Um, or where are you guys exactly located in Seguin?
Real close. It's on 123. Real close, like a stone throw to I-10.
Okay.
Yeah, you walk out the front door, 123 is right here in I-10. I can see it.
Yeah.
So it's on the convergence of two really good highways with a lot of vehicle
Yeah.
count, a lot of traffic. So it's very good.
for sure. So hit me with the socials. We're gonna kind of table it for here. I've got to have to. I'm gonna have to just do this live. I think is what I need to do, like in person, where we're sitting over sausage.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
100%. Come on out
Come on.
anytime. And as I mentioned before, the restaurant's very, very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice, good setup. And like I said, built for speed. 100%. I can show you the back of the house. You'd understand that very quickly. It's
Yeah.
definitely built for speed. But the design on the front of the house is really nice. I mean, Kayla was telling me about
Yeah.
that, how that came about.
You want to get in here and talk? Come on.
So
Bring her
This is
on.
my daughter.
yeah, so this is Kayla. She can tell you about
Hi.
well, a lot of things actually.
Yeah. Well, just to talk about the design. So this building sat empty for about 20 years. It used to be a barbecue restaurant before we came in, but
Hmm.
several decades prior. And yeah, a lot of things happened to it while it was just sitting here empty. And so we basically had kind of a blank canvas to start with.
Hmm.
I don't think, I think we used siding above our garage doors to go into our patio from the building, but everything else was new that we put in, but it wasn't actually new because I'm really into like reclaimed materials.
Hmm.
So we have a lot of cool stuff on our walls. We have old Chicago brick from the Chicago fires. That I guess they actually take off of the buildings, reclaim it,
Yeah.
and repurpose it, and we used it in our building. I have reclaimed wood from, gosh, just from San Antonio, San Marcos, from old houses. I think even from a barn up in Michigan, maybe. Um, but really cool, like over 100 years old. And I wanted that feeling when you walk in the building and it just feels like warm and inviting and kind of like you can't describe it, but you know you feel it. And I
Yeah.
felt like reclaimed materials would really do that for us.
Yeah.
And so that was kind of the design route we went in when we were thinking about how we were going to make it feel. We have a full bar, as Bill said. I wanted it to be somewhere that people could come and like sit and stay.
Hmm.
Um, we also are full service for lunch and dinner. I think the only day we don't do dinner is Sunday. We close at 3 on Sundays, but other
Hmm.
than that, like during the week and on the weekends, we're running, multiple cooks a day. We're doing lunch, we're doing dinner. Um, we did think about like, is that what we want to do here? It's what we've done in the past at our family's other restaurant, but the answer was yes, because so much happens at dinner. Like we've had a wedding reception on our patio.
Hmm.
We've had gatherings after funerals. We've had
Sports banquets.
yeah, sports banquets. We've just there's so much life that occurs during that dinner time, and it was really important that we stayed open and experienced that with our customers. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So there's no selling out. You guys are making excess and making sure everybody's got something to eat. Yeah.
Yes. Well, you know, so that's the hardest part of this business model that we chose. Um, is you never know what's gonna walk in the door. Sometimes people come in or we'll have big buses of like sports teams coming in,
Hmm.
and if there's 100 people that get off of that bus which just happened, we're not going to shy away from serving them, right? So in
Yeah.
barbecue, to if you want it and you know what you want from that restaurant, you need to come early, right? Because there's no
Hmm.
promise that it's going to be later in the day. And like I
Yeah.
said, we're aware, we do take inventory throughout the day. We do multiple cooks to try and keep up. But if 100 people step off a bus, we're going to serve them. So still come early if you can.
Or to coin a phrase by John Brotherton, show up late, lose weight.
There you go. Yeah, that's true.
Well, that's not the way I want to experience barbecue. Showing up late and losing weight.
All right, well then we'll coin another John Brotherton plays. We're doing pimp shit.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. So you're part of the design team that built the actual restaurant itself and brought it back from years past. You guys have any of the like the nostalgia, like pictures of what it was way back when,
You
or
know, I wish that we did. I think on our Instagram, I have a picture of when we first bought it. It's been a little over 2 years since we actually purchased the property. Um,
Mhm.
and we did take pictures. Like our patio was completely different. The building was different. We took walls down, we added walls, moved the bathrooms. And so I do have a few of those pictures, but it would be really nice to see. Yeah, I haven't gotten in contact with anyone who would have pictures from like 20 years ago when it was actually operational, but it would
Yeah,
be interesting to see. Yeah.
yeah, for sure. Well, it's cool that you guys are continuing the history of the barbecue in that spot for sure,
Yeah.
and bringing this crazy guy uh,
Yeah.
in for your sausages. Um, I haven't actually gotten to try any of them yet, but as soon as you guys are ready to start shipping, or you want to trial ship and see if it it travels well,
Right.
I'm in Atlanta. I'm in Atlanta. Um,
Hey, we'll have to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, absolutely. We'll make it happen one way or the other. Or you
I'm
have to come out here.
I'm completely good. I'm completely good with being served here in Atlanta or coming out later. Um, I do have to get back out to Texas. It's been 5 years now since I've been out,
Oh, yeah. Well,
and
so much has changed in that
yeah,
time. Oh,
lots have changed.
lots of change. And the competition and the number of people in the business now, it's like, wow, crazy.
Yeah. So hit me with your socials, and we'll wrap it up for
Yep.
today.
Cool. You can find me real easy. It's at Sausage Sensei on Facebook or Instagram or Reddit or Twitter. Pick a platform. I'm there. Just Sausage Sensei, as well as on the interwebs, sausagesensei.com for those that want to know more about weird sausage things and perhaps schedule a class. So
Yeah,
if you just Google Sausage Sensei, you're there. And then the
yeah,
restaurant, boom.
Yeah, the restaurant is Schulze's Pit Room, and it's SCHULZESPITROOM, and that's Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. I really should do more TikTok, but we do have one. Um, and I don't know if we have a Twitter. I don't really do Twitter.
Yeah, Twitter's weird.
Yeah, but I might have one just to have it. We don't
it's
update
X.
on it though. Oh, it's
Yeah,
X. Yeah,
it's
it's
X
X.
now anyway.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
it's just
But yeah, no, we're most active on Instagram and Facebook for sure. So
yep.
For sure. Awesome, awesome. And for my listeners that are just tuning in, just catching the Sausage Sensei, we just kind of skimmed the surface and we're catching up on the new business for the Sausage Sensei. You guys
Yep.
definitely need to go back and watch his episode when we first introduced the Sausage Sensei on the Smoke Ring Syndicate. Is a wealth of knowledge, and Schultz is super lucky to have acquired the gentleman here
Or
before us today.
cursed, however you want to look at it.
Well, I'm gonna say lucky, fortunate, and good luck to the new endeavors with the Sausage Sensei and Schultz
Appreciate
Pit
it.
Room there
thank
in
you.
Appreciate it.
Seguin, Texas.
Seguin.
All right, guys. Thank y'all so much for
All
hanging
right,
out with
brother.
me. Um,
Anytime, man.
sure, send me her name spelled
Yep.
out, his name spelled out, so I get all my
Yep.
socials
Okay.
spelled properly
Okay.
and tagged everybody, tag the way they need to be tagged.
Yeah, yeah, 100%. And yep, off we go.
Awesome, buddy. And that'll put this week's episode of the Smoke Ring Syndicate in the books. Shout out to our guests this week, the Sausage Sensei and Schultz room. Guys, if you've enjoyed this week's episode, we would appreciate a review, a like, a share, and as always, keep smoking.